Thanks for clicking that thumbnail. We're about to get into my son's 2023 youth hunt. There's just a few things in the video that kind of need context, so I just wanted to start the video off by letting you know I'm going to pop up every now and then. But let's just get into the hunt.
Hey, morning, Hendrix. 300 for 6 points. Let's see what happens here.
Hendrix, gotta get your B-roll, man.
Yeah, Hendrix.
What? Oh, what time is it?
How you feeling, Hendrix?
Tired. You're rested for tonight.
It's, I don't know what the day is. What is the day? 8th, 9th?
9th. Saturday in November.
September 9th. We're out here with the youth hunt. For Hendrix's youth hunt. He's been very actively sleeping. We got out here, kicked out a couple does, and then as the sun started rising, they stuck around for a minute, but it wasn't really exciting. But yeah, we've heard 2 shots. Eric came in. He was going to hunt with one of the kids, and now this weekend I only have one of the kids to hunt with, so it's a group hunt now. It would have been sweet though to double up, but the one thing I will say is none of the cameras have went off this morning. I got 2 cameras set up across the road, and then 1 or 2 cameras set up about 15 miles from here, and not one picture has been sent. So I don't know what the heck is going on, but the deer are not moving today. It's a little weird. I think we're just gonna leave Hendrix here sleeping. I'm gonna show Eric what I did with the food plots, and we want to check out this other stand on the other side that a previous hunter hunted here set up. See if it's still in good shape and possibly use it, because the deer actively walk by it, and he's been telling us that for years. That's the bush dune, because it's the pass through. So I planned this a little late. Got it done, I think it was like August 13th or whatever. But it's coming in decently well. I planted this alfalfa way back in May, and then the drought hit, and I didn't think it was going to grow, but this part here grew pretty well. I planted the entire field, 1.5 acres on the north side. It did not. It was pure weeds, so it didn't do very well. I wouldn't trust that thing. Yeah, it's not even attached. Yeah, the ratchet's not even attached. Should just move this.
It wasn't much of an eventful morning hunt. We went out and we ran some errands, we did some things, and then me, Eric, and my son went back and we went into the new property that we picked up last year, and this is our first official hunt there for 2023.
Where'd he go? I see him. Might be looking at us. Don't move, Hendrix, don't move. He's looking the other way. That's a really good buck. I don't know. I think so. He's looking north. Now he's looking this way. He's coming this way. I think he's bedding. He's eating something.
2023 youth hunt. Taking old Hendrix. I'm a spotter up here on this plateau. Looking down these food plots. We just saw the shooter buck 180 yards out. Sparring was a tamarack bush. Let's see what happens here in this cedar tree. Juniper. It's a juniper cedar.
So it's Saturday night. We're back out again for the youth hunt. I'm here with Hendrix again. Hendrix is really excited to get out here and do some youth hunt this year.
I didn't get it.
Stop. Wait. Oh my god. There we go. Go. Shoot.
I'm the best.
Nailed it, buddy.
Now we're just sitting on top of a wall blind, and it's a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. But Eric is standing on a ladder for the next 3 hours. Hendrix is in this really gross old chair.
That's from the 60s.
Yeah, it's probably from the 60s, it probably is. And then I'm sitting on a bucket. And it is not comfortable. We got a lot of cover. It was kind of weird because I broke a branch so I could see out in this marsh in front of us. And before I could sit down, I seen a deer jumping. And next thing you know, it's a pretty nice buck out in front of us, pretty far away. But he wasn't looking in our direction, and he started doing buck stuff. So I'm not that worried about it. I think he bedded down or he went into that woods across the way, but all the food that those deer want are behind us. And on both sides of us, I planted 3 acres of radishes and collard greens and kale and stuff. And there's like 40 acres of beans behind us. And I figured we'd get out here into the bedding area to give them a better chance of shooting a nice buck in daylight hours. The last 3 or 4 days, they've been coming out a lot closer to sunset. Dude, you need to back up a little bit. Yes, slowly. Slowly. It's okay. It's okay.
So at this moment, we were caught off guard because we were watching the deer off in the distance. They're about 50 to 70 yards away in a food plot that I planted a couple months ago. And there's just a little opening in the trees, and I should have cut it out, but I didn't cut it out. I had a lot of things to do. And I wasn't planning on sitting in that box, or on that box, I should say. So we're watching the deer off in the distance, and next thing you know, there is a really nice buck right in front of us. It is probably 20 yards. And my son, he's ready because we had him facing the direction that the deer might be able to come, but we were expecting him to come out around 70 yards away. My brother saw the buck come in. I never saw the buck until it was like right there looking at us, and I got my camera on it, and Hendrix unfortunately couldn't see it. Since we didn't plan on sitting in this blind or on this blind, we were just basically going around and breaking off little branches of the juniper tree and putting little holes in there so that we could see, areas that Hendrix could possibly shoot. And unfortunately, where he was sitting, he could not see the deer. He was looking, he could not see the deer, and we're both like, shoot, it's right there, it's right there. He could not see the deer because I ended up putting my head where his head was, and there was a big old branch of juniper tree, and we weren't expecting the deer to come that close, so we didn't open it that close. We didn't open it down that low. We're trying to keep a lot of protection around us, and that deer was right there. So it was unfortunate that he didn't get a shot off, but it is what it is. Like I was telling him on the way in, it's called hunting, not killing, and that's just part of the game.
So we're in the same spot as yesterday. I didn't want to come here. I had no plans on coming here, but then I started thinking about it. It's like we got busted by that one buck, but we saw 5 other bucks. They have no idea we were here. So we're hoping we can get one in pretty close. We're going to use a 410, but I don't want to shoot real far with it. I brought a little piece of plywood to fix the ceiling on the floor. The ceiling that he's sitting on. So he's got his chair on there. He's got a little more support than yesterday. It was quite the workout for my thighs sitting on that bucket. We are pretty excited. I mean, it's the last time we didn't get up this morning. I ended up getting food poisoning, and Hendrix was really tired. I mean, he had a 18-hour day yesterday, so not very many hours of sleep, so he didn't get up. But we're pretty excited. And then I'm sitting on a tree behind him in my saddle, and then it makes it so we're not right on top of each other, and it makes me feel a little bit safer about him being in a platform with no sides. 12 feet off the ground, 15 feet off the ground. But if he falls, there's a lot of weeds that should cushion his fall. He's a kid. He's made of rubber. The wind is changing from southeast to east, so it's gonna blow straight that way. We had a couple deer out in front of us yesterday. They came from there, but most of them came either north of us or south of us. We have 3 food plots to the south of us, 2 food plots to the north of us, and then we have the 40-acre field beans to the west of us. Whenever you're ready. All right. Right behind the shoulder. Turn the safety off. All right. Don't move. Oh, nice. What? Like a big rack. You see the one with the big rack? Yeah. Okay. There's 4 of them. Okay. Whichever one gives us a shot, you're shooting. Well, I mean, like any of the big ones. If you want a little one, fine. I don't care, but. Okay.
was really big. Okay, they're coming. No, not yet. Okay, one's coming over here, but not the big one. Can you see him? Yeah. Really, just look with your eyes. Yeah, there's $4. See him behind the trees. As soon as he gets a little bit farther, whenever you're ready, pull the trigger, shoot now. Oh my God, dude. Yes, you just killed a huge buck. You just killed a huge dude.
Usually I would never do this. I've been hunting long enough to know that, when you shoot a deer, you let it go lay down, you let it bleed out, you let it die, you leave it alone. You don't want to push it. But the problem I had with this situation was, even though it was only a 20-yard shot and it looked like he made a really good shot, the deer was slowing down, walking away, I knew from the 2 years before when my daughter shot her buck with the exact same gun, and it was a double lung shot, and it didn't die for 15 hours. We found that the next morning, died 100 yards from our blind, and it had just died. And it was 15 hours later. I didn't want that situation to happen again. I didn't want to go out there and have an underpowered gun, which I shouldn't have been using the 410 anyways, and not find that deer till the next day or so on. So we got down on the blind. I'm never going to allow my kids to use that gun again. I actually put it up for sale. They've outgrown it. They're ready to move on to the next thing.
Okay, walk in front of me. Walk in front of me and get ready to shoot. He's right inside. He's right at the end, and he's hurt. Okay. Okay, just lay down. He's about to lay down. Okay. Come here. See him? Look, stand up. See him? Okay. Walk slowly. Okay. What? If he turns his body. Okay, look. Okay, you lay down. Scoot over. I think he's dying. Yeah. Hold on, stop. He's breathing. All right. You're ready to shoot. Just don't move anything. Sit down like this right here. All right. So, let's go over here a little bit. Here. All right. You see that black dot?
Yeah, that's where I shot him.
Shoot him. Right there, yes.
Why?
Because.
Safety.
Hold on.
I have a safety.
As you can tell in the video, we got about 15 yards from the deer and I could see that it was breathing. And so I told Hendricks to put another shot, you know, right behind the leg going up into the body. It should be able to hit the lungs and the heart. And he did. He placed a shot right where it needed to be. This is what I'm talking about with that small caliber, or I guess it's not a caliber, but that small shotgun. The bullet went in the rib cage on the left side of the deer and came out the back hip of the left side of the deer. It literally went into the deer, did a U-turn, and came back out. He shot the deer. It got up, ran, went off 50 yards. It did die. We left it. We let it go. We went back and got all of the stuff we needed, my knife, and we changed clothes and got a little cooler, and we got my truck. I was hoping to have my dad's tractor, but my cousin was borrowing it, and I had to go in there with my truck. Unfortunately, there was 5 or 6 trees that were down on the trail from the storm that we had a few weeks ago, and I had to get them out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I marked 4. And then on the right, there's 5. So mark 5. All right.
With the antlers,
What do you want to do?
hang them on the wall.
Okay.
Told you it was a good buck. So, happy with that.
Yeah?
Mm.
Are you excited?
Yeah,
Yeah? How were you feeling when you saw it?
I'm happy because I messed up the last one. So,
Yeah. You ready to go out and get another one? Well, in a month, right?
yeah, sadly.
I'm really happy for my son. He's been trying to get a deer for the last 3 years. We've just been unlucky, and he just doesn't have a lot of time during the actual season because of school and after school programs that he's involved in. I actually have like 20 videos I started. I just haven't finished them. I just get into them and then I make a mistake or something happens where the battery goes dead, and it's a work video where I'm out doing work and it should be a vlog, and it just continues, and then the story just disappears because it doesn't make any sense because I just stopped filming. And so I just have a whole bunch of stuff that I'm working on. I do have some camera reviews. I have some other kind of reviews, and eventually I'll get them out there. But I mean, hunting season's coming now, so most of the stuff that I'm going to be doing now is obviously going to be hunting, and hopefully I can get some more content out there along the way. The other issue that I am having, and it really hasn't affected any of the review videos I've done or anything like that, but I definitely noticed that it was affecting the hunting video when we were out on the youth hunt. And it's been kind of affecting me for the last couple of years, but I just kind of like pushed it aside. But I need to go see an eye doctor because I can't see my screen a lot of times when I'm filming. So I need to hold my camera like right pretty close, especially if I'm zoomed in. I want to make sure I'm in focus. If something's out in the distance, I want to be able to see it. And I can't hold my camera this close. And then at the distance I have to hold it to be able to see my camera, I can't see it anyway because it's just, you can't see the detail when the camera is that far away from you. So it's hard for me to get things in focus. If you haven't noticed, I'm changing the name of the channel. I'm going to come up with a couple different logo ideas. There's no real reason why I'm changing the name of the channel other than I just think it needs to change. I don't really like the name Josh Makes Movies. I kind of put it up there as a like just to start the channel and get it going, but I never really liked the name of that channel called Josh Makes Movies. It is going to be, we'll see what happens. That is the name of the channel because almost everything I do, who knows if it's going to work. We'll see what happens. I mean, whether I'm doing construction or whether I'm hunting a deer, we'll see what happens. My next video will probably be our bear camp video, which is in a week and a half. My brother isn't going to let me not put it out, so I think I can get it done. But, you know, we'll see what happens.